I failed to execute a skill under pressure.
If that was shootout or Lineker, they would have scored that.
It's that feeling of letting everyone down.
Did you ever tell them about your experience in '96?
Yeah, I'm not somebody that worries about showing vulnerability. I think the players needed to understand that I had empathy. I mean, you're not always going to be able to directly relate to a group of people that you're managing and leading.
Yeah.
But in that instance, having been a player was helpful. You know, I don't think you have to have been a top player to be a coach, which was lucky because I wasn't a top player. But in those examples, the fact that you've walked in their shoes and you know how difficult it is.
Yeah.
I failed to execute a skill under pressure. So how can I help you to be able to master that skill? And this is why I think it's important, and this is what I think can help you.
Which mistake still hurts the most when you think back?
The Brazilian game, the Ronaldinho one, I think I went to go to my right, then changed it to my left, blocked out, and I couldn't move. I know I wasn't going to get anywhere near it, and I just wanted to hear the sound of it hit the bar, and I heard it hit the net. Then, we've still got half an hour to go, right? So I'm on the pitch now, and I'm thinking to myself, am I going to get treated like Beckham did in '98 if this scoreline stays the same? That's on the pitch.
Oh my goodness. You're thinking that during the game?
Yeah.
And how do you balance that with actually then having to do your job?
I found it hard, but I did it. But I was aware that I was like really nervous. I found myself thinking, I've got to go and get that cross. You know what I mean? So it totally goes against what I always used to preach to other goalkeepers and what I used to do myself. Once you made a mistake, try and relax it a little bit and then build it step by step. Yeah, by doing little things, you know, because if you start thinking that you've got to go and make a save or you've got to go and get that cross, you might make another mistake. I remember going into a press conference afterwards and I could not hold it together. You know, I just kept crying because I was too emotional, and, you know, just that feeling of letting everyone down.
You know, when the ball comes across before the penalties,
That's
like, do you ever,
I still think about that. I kind of watch that. If that was shootout or Lineker, they would have scored that because their instinct is just, you know, but I'm thinking ahead. I thought the keeper was going to get a touch. Now, if he got a touch of it, it would have went behind us. So I've just waited for that touch and I would have tapped it in. If I'd have just kept on going forward, it's not just the thing that could have scored that. It's what goes through my mind. It's me celebration. Just a celebration. I don't know what is it.
Because it was golden goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, the golden goal, the game would have been over. I've spent a lot of years being down, like, you know, when I did the ligaments, then the kneecap, then a broken foot, I missed 4 years of football. I would have got 100 caps, so, you know, I try not to get down because the world's already enough down, you know, and I don't like it when I'm down, and that's sometimes when I can be really down. That's when I pick up a drink to cheer myself up. But I used to be a happy drunk, you know, and I ain't anymore.
What are you like now?
I'm like a sad drunk. If I'm drunk, I go out, like I don't go out and drink. I'll drink indoors. It doesn't take a lot for us to cry sometimes. I keep a lot of stuff in, you know, some stuff I should share, and then some you get scared of sharing it with people. You think, oh God, you know, but I'm not frightened to say, like, I'm scared, you know. I ain't scared. I'm not frightened to say that. Like, I'm worried. I don't think I'll ever grow up. I don't think I'll ever grow up. It's fucking, which I don't mind, like, you know.
Do you think you missing the penalty in 1996 was directly related to the fact that you were the England coach that managed to get England to a successful penalty shootout in 2018?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Why?
Well, because I've become a world expert on penalty shootouts.
So what did you give to your players then?
Well, firstly, to go back to you asked about how did I control it was all these experiences along the way that taught me how to control the voice in my head.
Yeah, right.
I think you've probably talked before to Gears Jorday and people who've done enormous penalty studies. So again, this was an area we threw open to our analysis team, right? You guys go away. We'll need to win a penalty shootout, and we need to get the British public out from behind the sofa every time we go to one. So what areas can we work out? And all of this has been made public over the last few years, really. So I don't feel like I'm giving away intellectual property that's going to cost England next year. But, you know, they analysed everything from the moment the referee blows the final whistle. So actually, how long have we got to talk to the team? Because, you know, we don't want to talk too early and then the players are hanging around. Well, actually, we know there's at least 3.5 minutes. Or why? Or because every TV station in the world goes to a commercial break and they won't start the penalty shootout earlier than that.
This episode of High Performance is brought to you by Bulldog Skincare. On this show, we focus a lot on the strive to achieve greatness. And one thing that comes up time and time again during those conversations is the importance of doing the right things every day. It's not about those moments that everyone sees. It's about the small things. And Bulldog Skincare know this all too well, which is why they make quality skincare products for men, combining brilliant natural origin ingredients with carefully selected man-made ingredients designed to help you look and feel your best. From training to the trials of everyday life, Bulldog Skincare are supporting everyday skin endurance. In fact, Bulldog are so committed to helping men with their everyday endurance, they're proud to be the official men's skincare partner of Ironman Europe. Bulldog products, from moisturizers to shower gels, are all about helping you prepare, protect, and recover skin from whatever life throws at you, whether you're pushing yourself to the limit in an Ironman competition or just managing the day-to-day. Bulldog Skincare supports your everyday endurance. Find Bulldog Skincare in major retailers and online. Bulldog Skincare understands men. Did it put some of those 96 demons away for you?
Well, there were so many layers to that shootout because there's obviously the personal narrative. If the team were going to show progression in that tournament, we needed to win a knockout game. That's the first knockout game. So we know before the game, really perceived success or failure of this tournament rests on this knockout game. Then we go to a penalty shootout. If we don't change this narrative, you can imagine what the narrative, the stories about me would have been. Well, is it any wonder we've lost the shootout because he got us knocked out in 96? So, and also belief in all the processes we'd been going through on the details across all these different areas of the game. So, yeah, there definitely felt a feeling of redemption, but of course that doesn't help the players that played with me in 96. So, but it was a start of a process of hopefully, if England get a penalty shootout next summer, I think the whole nation is looking differently at that because we've won 3 of our last 4, whereas we'd lost 6 of our 7.
The England situation is that never won anything for England. And I go along with a lot of players now, obviously since 1966. And that's like a regret, if you know what I mean, because I know how much football means to this country. I know how much it means to the fans. I saw it in Euro 96, and I've seen it in other tournaments, getting to the final at Wembley and all that sort of stuff. And I want to be around when England wins something because I think it's going to be epic.